Hey, welcome back once again. And today we are going to study chapter 3 pronouns, and this is for class 7th. Okay, so pronouns are words that can be used to replace noun. Let's break the ice. Read the conversation between a brother and sister. So here is the conversation given. आपको क्या करना है? आपको जो भी प्रोनाउन इसमें यूज़ हुए हैं वो आपको इस गिवन ब्लैंक में लिखना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू, आई, and then it's she. These are the pronouns which you are supposed to write. Fine. All the words that have listed are pronouns like I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. So these are what? These are pronouns. Let's try out one. Choose 4 pronouns randomly from your reading book. Sort them into different groups like pronouns to describe things that are singular, plural, pronouns to describe people and objects. For example, in this, Sakshi had many dogs in her farmhouse, but she loves Peggy the most. It is the youngest of them. In the above example, pronoun it refers to the noun dog. Here you can see it is used to refer the noun dog, right? Dogs. For the dogs, them, and it is used, right? So them is also refers to dogs. So the noun or groups of a pronoun refers to, it is called anecdote. A pronoun must agree to its anecdote in number and gender. For example, just look at the example number tryout 2. Underline the pronouns in the given sentence, circle the anecdote the pronouns refer to. Understood? So you are supposed to circle the anecdote and underline the pronoun. So for example, in this, she is pronoun and she is used for the Shalini. So Shalini is anecdote, right? Here's the same, he is pronoun and Dravid is anecdote. He is pronoun and Michael is anecdote. The submarine is anecdote and it is used for that. The cake is anecdote and it is pronoun. Okay. So now pronouns can be classified. Wait. Pronouns can be classified under like personal pronoun, possessive pronoun. Mostly we have 10 types of pronouns, but here we will study about personal pronoun, possessive, demonstrative, relative, reflexive, interrogative, and indefinite pronouns. Okay. Now personal pronouns. Personal pronouns can be better understood by putting them into two categories. The first one is subject pronouns and the second one is object pronouns. So what is subjective pronouns? Subjective pronouns are used in place of nouns used as subject. Okay. A substitute for proper and common nouns in a sentence. They are used when the pronoun is the subject of the sentence, the word I, you, he, she, it. Like he danced wonderfully, so he is subjective pronoun. Understood? Now objective pronoun, when a pronoun is used as an object, that is called objective pronoun. Okay, so here we called you but he did not listen. So यहाँ पे we जो है वो आपका subjective pronoun हो जाएगा, but you is what? Objective pronouns. Okay, so you can revise these this chart that is for subjective pronoun and objective pronoun. Like I is subject and me is object. You is subject but the object for you is the same you. Subjective pronoun is he and the objective pronoun is him. So you can learn this chart. Okay. Now try out 3. Pick out the pronouns in the given sentence and tell whether they are used as a subject or an object in that sentence. Will you come with me? So you. You is what? You is a subjective pronoun. So we can write here you and we can write here s. And what is me? Me is objective pronoun. Understood? So you are supposed to pick up the pronouns and you need to tell whether they have used in the sentence as a subject or an object. The man standing next to you is a detective, I think. So here you is objective. You is what? You is objective. I'm just writing O so that you could understand O. Okay. Objective pronoun, and I is what? I is subjective pronoun. So SUB. Next is he came to me yesterday to understand the concepts of pronouns. So he is subjective pronoun. You can just write here as I'm writing over here. He is subjective pronoun and me is objective pronoun. Next is I can't say whether he will go with us for mountaineering. So I is subjective pronoun and he is what? He is objective pronoun. You can write here O. And then one more thing is there, us. Us is again objective pronoun. They are interesting riddles. So they is what? They is subjective pronoun and let us solve them. Them is objective pronoun, so you can write in the given place. Now, the next possessive pronoun is a part of a speech that attributes ownership to someone or something, like any other pronoun. It substitutes a noun phrase and can prevent its repetition. The word mine, yours, his, her, its, ours, there are possessive pronoun. They show who or what something belongs to. So, for example, these books are mine, not yours. So, mine is what? Possessive pronoun. So, yours is what? Possessive pronoun. They shows owner. They show ownership. Possessive pronoun are often confused with possessive adjectives. It depends on how they are using in sentence, right? So we have already discussed many times difference. What is the difference between possessive adjective and possessive pronouns? Okay. So again, you are supposed to go through this chart. This is personal pronoun and this is possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. Like my is possessive adjective, but mine is possessive pronoun. So just go through this. Now demonstrative pronoun. These pronouns indicate which person or thing is being referred to. This, that, these and those are demonstrative pronouns. Their uses differ on the basis of distance, like far and near. These, this, near. Those, that, far. And number, singular, plural. This is used for singular and those is used for a plural. Now grammar bumps. Demonstrative pronouns are often confused with demonstrative adjectives. It depends on how they are used in a sentence. Okay, so there are two categories, that is demonstrative adjective and demonstrative pronoun. So here अगर आपका demonstrative noun के बगल में तुरंत आपका demonstrative एडजेक्टिव है तो इसके बाद में तुरंत नाउन आएगा, लेकिन अगर डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव प्रोनाउन है तो ये अपने बाद में तुरंत वर्ब लेगा. It's a very simple difference. Okay, now let's try out 4. Complete the sentence using the correct demonstrative pronouns. So the first question is, dash is a delicious cherries. So these, because it's a plural form, तो आपको पता है कि plural के साथ हम तो these या those लगाते हैं. So these are delicious cherries. You should have worn the dress I bought from London last year. So we are talking about a single dress that the person had brought from London. So we will use here this. Okay, now the next, listen carefully. This is what is here. Singular verb is required, so we'll write here this. Okay, this is what you need to understand. The standpoint of others. Listen carefully. This is what you need to do to understand the standpoint of others. Now these are the pictures here. These are the pictures of my son when we went to Rameshwaram. Here we will write this is the most adorable picture. You start writing T capital because it starts after full stop. Now that is the dress I was talking about. Now the next thing, relative pronouns are used to join relative clauses and sentences, indicating their relation closest to the noun or pronoun used. Okay, so who, whose, which, that, these are called relative pronoun. So let's solve. Try out 5. Like observe that the below written story follows no convention while using relative pronouns. Underline these words and replace them with the correct ones. So one an old hunchback whose had a god, whose नहीं who, because we are talking about a man, तो man के लिए जो हम relative pronoun use करते हैं वो who होता है. तो who had a goose, that, whom is incorrectly used here, so we'll write here that laid golden eggs daily, give it to his son who was very greedy. He advised his son to ask for only one egg a day. Day passed by, the greedy boy got restless. One day he cut the belly of the goose. Then we'll write here that had brought him riches to collect all golden eggs in one go. but lo, he staked his one egg, even which, बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एग तो हम एग के लिए विच का यूज़ करेंगे. विच ही यूज टू गेट डेली. पुअर बॉय ही लॉस्ट हिज रिचेस फॉर एवर. अंडरस्टूड. Now the next is reflexive or emphatic pronoun. So these pronouns are used when the complement of the verb is the same as the subject, like words like myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, ourself. These are example of reflexive or emphatic pronoun. Okay, so reflexive pronoun जो होता है वो verb के बाद use होता है और emphatic pronoun तुरंत ही subject के बाद use होता है. This is the a slight difference between reflexive and emphatic pronoun. So we'll solve the exercise. Try out 6. Fill in the blanks with suitable reflexive or emphatic pronouns. So you yourself. We'll write here you yourself. You yourself are responsible for this mess. Sam, you don't, you do it yourself. So this is an example of reflexive. Okay, yourself. Now the next is Sneha cleans her study room herself. Sneha is a girl, so we'll use herself for that. Now I myself, so we'll write here myself, myself. Now next question, we fell down and hurt ourselves, so we'll write here ourselves. Next is these boys made that dog house themselves. So we'll write here themselves. Now next is she herself told. So we'll write here herself. Okay. Next student you yourselves. So because these are plural, so we'll write here yourselves are the makers of your future. Now interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronoun is used in order to ask a question. For example, interrogative pronouns are what, which, who, whose, whom. Okay, so now we'll solve the tryout 7. Just go through this. Now fill in the blanks with interrogative pronouns that correctly complete each sentence. Now the first is of these is a rock. So we will fill here which. Which of these is a rock? Now next is dash is atmosphere. So what is atmosphere? It's a question, interrogative. Now you are asking a question. What is atmosphere? It is the layer of air that surrounds the earth. Now dash are eligible to vote in India. So who are eligible to vote in India? Next is any Indian citizens aged 18 years or above are eligible to vote. Now dash will you vote in this election? So whom will you vote in this election? Okay. Now the next is dash is the duty. I haven't decided yet. Now dash is the duty to maintain law and order in a state. So whose is the duty? We'll write here whose is the duty to maintain law and order in a state. Mainly is the duty of government to maintain law and order. Now indefinite and distributive pronouns. So indefinite and distributive pronouns like nobody, one, none, few, many, anybody, everybody. These are some general way to indefinite and distributive pronouns, and this is indefinite. But if we talk about distributive pronouns, so distributive pronouns like each, either, neither, these are example of distributive pronouns. Okay. Now grammar bumps. The use of each and either is often confusing. Each refers to everyone in a group of a person or things taken separately. Either means one or other of the two. Understood? So each जो होता है वो हर किसी को ग्रुप में रेफर करता है. Now try out 8. We will try to solve 8. In each of the given sentence, circle the pronoun that agrees with anecdote one has been solved for you. सो एवरीबडी के साथ में हिज और हर, ठीक है, यूज़ होगा, ना कि देयर. अंडरस्टूड. सेम एज नो बडी के साथ में हिज और हर यूज़ होगा. सेवरल गर्ल्स क्रम्पल्ड अप, तो सेवरल मतलब वो मेनी को इंडिकेट करता है, तो यहाँ पे देयर आ जाएगा. ईच ऑफ द स्टूडेंट हैड हिज हर ओन प्रॉब्लम्स ट्राइंग टू पेंट. मैनी चिल्ड्रेन बॉट देयर मास्टर पीस. मैनी जो होता है वो प्लूरल इंडिकेट करता है. नाउ ट्राई आउट न्यू 9. Circle the indefinite and distributive pronoun hidden in the word, search puzzle, and use them correctly to complete the sentences that follow. So, everybody needs food to survive. What will be right here? Everybody. You are supposed to find everybody here also, but I'm just writing over here. It's your task to find out, okay? So, everybody. Next is can survive without food. So nobody can survive without food. So we'll write here nobody. Next is some of the food components are complex substances. None of the complex food components can be utilized as such. Next is all of the food components gradually get digested as food travels through the digestive tract. So I hope this video helps you in your exams. Thank you so much for watching.